Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 o'clock on June 23rd. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. And Matt, I know we saw a cool weekend, a pretty cool start to our summer, but can we get back on schedule so far?
Yeah, definitely going to be warmer today, feeling more like summer, but it's a cool start on this Monday. We're seeing clear skies across southern Oregon and northern California. A live look with our NewsWatch 12 weather cam network for you. 49 degrees in Medford. It's 44 in Klamath Falls. We're in the 30s in Lakeview and upper 20s as you head to the north for Chemult and Christmas Valley this morning. We're at 40 in Mount Shasta and 50 degrees in Brookings. Winds fairly light, if not calm, throughout much of our region. Now, satellite and radar, although things are clear for now, notice off to the north and west some clouds. These will be working in as we head throughout the day, so look for increase in clouds, but it will be a warmer afternoon. Temperatures actually running a little bit above normal for this afternoon. Winds will be breezy along the coast, but despite the increase in clouds, we should stay dry. Temperatures trending up. Will be into the mid 70s by the lunch hour in the Rogue Valley, and then into the mid 80s by later this afternoon with those increased clouds. We'll take a look at temperatures as we go through the rest of the week and tracking some heat this weekend. I'll have those details coming up. Carlos?
Thank you, Matt. The Central Point Police Department is also reminding the community this morning that each summer they receive a high number of calls about dogs left in hot cars. While it may seem harmless to bring a pet along for errands, it can quickly become dangerous. Even with the windows cracked, car temperatures can climb fast. City code prohibits leaving animals in conditions that could risk their health. In some cases, it could lead to criminal charges. Police say if you're running errands, the safest place for your pet is at home. Wyden is speaking out against President Donald Trump's decision. In a statement, Wyden said, quote, "Donald Trump's reckless attack on Iran without congressional authorization has raised a risk that every U.S. service member in the Middle East will be a target for retaliation." Wyden added that Oregonians are speaking out too, saying he heard at 4 town halls over the weekend that voters do not want U.S. troops drawn into another foreign war. Wyden, who serves on the Senate Intelligence Committee, says he's pushing for answers from the Trump administration on whether there's a plan to prevent escalation. And here in Medford, members of the community came together to protest President Trump's actions in striking those 3 Iranian nuclear sites. There were no plans for the protest to happen in Medford, but within a matter of hours, some Medford residents showed up to make their voices heard. Disappointment and frustration were felt at the protest over President Trump's decision to attack.
I'm tired of living in these super duper historical events that keep happening, and we have a dictator in the office. Our Congress is not doing anything, which they need to stand up against them. There are laws.
Anti-war protests have started in all major cities across the country, and for more information and the latest updates on the strikes in Iran, head on over to our website kdrv.com. Moving to the Fire Watch, CAL FIRE, along with the Siskiyou Prescribed Burn Association, will be assisting the city of Wairika with a prescribed burn. The burns will be taking place at Greenhouse Reservoir from today to July 3rd, with burn operations expected to begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. and finish by 7 p.m. Residents can expect to see smoke throughout the city of Wairika and along the I-5 freeway. And as we get closer to the 4th of July, some community members have raised concerns about the fire risk that comes with fireworks. The legal date to start selling fireworks begins today, and Jim Ford, a manager of a discount fireworks store, says selling safe fireworks is a priority. But members of the community are concerned with fireworks with fire season being here, as people believe fireworks can potentially start a wildfire.
We're always promoting safe fireworks because there's no real fire danger of any magnitude with the safe ones. It's obvious we have a lot of fires, but how many of those are actually caused by fireworks? Very, very few.
According to Oregon State Fire Marshal, there is strict regulations on which fireworks are permitted to use. The big ones are the sky lanterns or rockets that shoot up in the air. Those are illegal unless you have a permit. For more information on firework regulations and safety, you can head on over to our website. With Oregon's reading and math scores continuing to fall, summer learning programs are more important than ever. In Ashland, a few camps are helping kids stay engaged through creativity and play. NewsWatch 12's Damian Alvarado shows us how.
This summer at ScienceWorks, playtime is all about curiosity and creativity. From themed camps to hands-on exhibits, kids are diving into science in unexpected ways.
We are not only learning the game of Pokemon, but also learning some of the science behind the creation of the creatures. And we are a child-led program, and so we are often looking for what's going to be most engaging for our audience.
Oregon's most recent test scores show less than half of students statewide are meeting grade-level expectations in reading and math. Educators say summer learning programs are crucial to keeping students on track. ScienceWorks is one place doing just that. Educators say following the child's interest is key.
The students created their own script and puppets and put on a little play to teach about wildfire and to teach about how animals and plants in our ecosystem adapt to wildfire.
Not only did we learn how valuable summer programs are for students, but one mother told me she enjoys the fact that her son's able to push away the traditional learning and learn in a fun way.
It's not just like sending your kids off to daycare to get them out of your hair for the summer. It's about exposing them to different types of, learning opportunities.
This year, ScienceWorks received scholarship funding from All Care Health, helping more families sign up.
And I've seen little babies here, and there's even things for them to do.
While some camps are full, spots remain for older age groups.
A place like this is, huge for the community and for kids.
Reporting in Ashland, I'm Damian Alvarado.
Crater Lake is a world-renowned tourism spot and brings in billions of dollars to Southern Oregon. But the recent resignation of Superintendent Kevin Heatley, it leaves many wondering if the national park is in a healthy state. Heatley said in his resignation letter that Crater Lake has unsustainable staffing levels and severe operational strain. NewsWatch 12 was able to speak to an employee off camera, and he says the national park is hiring to improve staffing shortfalls and said that he hasn't seen any negative impacts as a worker. But that's not stopping tourists from coming to visit the national park.
I think defunding is a shame, and I would certainly want to support candidates who weren't in favor of defunding, but I was going to come here this year now after many years of not being able to get here.
This woman, Maxine Dexter, is demanding protection for the national park. Dexter secured a commitment from the Interior Secretary for a briefing on the Crater Lake staffing crisis, saying Crater Lake is facing a staffing crisis that threatens the park's future and the economic prosperity of surrounding gateway communities. I'm using every tool at my disposal to ensure Oregonians receive answers, accountability, and the investment Crater Lake deserves. Dexter also says that she wants to see the park remain an affordable camping destination for Oregon families.
Plan to head to a community pool maybe later today. It will be warmer, temperatures climbing into the middle 80s. That UV index will be high. Clouds, though, will increase as we go throughout the afternoon in the Rogue Valley. But it does get even a little bit warmer for tomorrow. Likely highs up around 90 or so in our west side valleys. But the heat is really going to be on as we head into this upcoming weekend. We'll take a look at that extended forecast. I'll let you know if there's any also more rain in our forecast that's coming up.